I'm here to have a talk with you about Arsenal. Yeah. A lot of smack has been said over the last, couple of days over, Arsenal somehow losing to Tottenham, then beating a Liverpool side that were completely hung off their fucking trolleys and had just won the league. So weren't even playing for anything, but there we go. Plus they had 2 shots on target, so what the fuck. And then Arsenal go and magically, and I give the credit for this, beat Manchester City, who were off the mark, and Arsenal happily put to the sword. But then you go and lose to Aston Villa. Now, this is where I have a problem, because most Arsenal fans love to run their mouth. But let's take the talk out of it for a second. Let's look at where Arsenal are, because let's be real. Anyone can beat anyone on any given day. Let's be real now. The Arsenal-Liverpool game. I've seen Portsmouth have more shots against Liverpool than Arsenal. Yes, Arsenal have some of the most clinical finishers in the league. But when you have 2 shots on target against Liverpool, and they have over 20, yes, we didn't score over 1, but fuck it, innit? But yeah, well, first, let's look at Liverpool. 36 games played, 30 wins. 3 draws and 3 losses. 77 goals scored, only 29 conceded. The best defence in the league. And that gives us a grand total of 93 points. Craig, how do you feel about that?
Decent.
Now let's, Craig, should we see what Arsenal looks like?
A sack of shit.
Yeah. Arsenal. Oh, sorry, I got to scroll down a bit to find Arsenal. You see, it only shows me the top 8. You see, if I scroll down a bit, oh fuck, oh they're not the top 9 either. Oh, let me just scroll down again. Oh, I can't find Liverpool now. Oh, because they're too far up. You see. Oh, there they are. I've had to scroll down past Sheffield and Burnley to find Arsenal Football Club. Now, here's the problem. Arsenal, right? We have the best strikers in the league. Well, best strikers in the league. 2 of the best in the league. Oh, European-wise and football-wise. They have 37 games played, 13 wins, 14 draws, 10 losses, with a total of 53 goals scored and 46 conceded. And they have 53 points. Now, what did I say about Liverpool? 93. 40 points difference. And you have got Arsenal fans running up their fucking mouth, right, about beating Liverpool when there was nothing on the line for them. Arsenal, real quick, yeah? Under Arsene Wenger, you had consistent Champions League football. Now, I'll ask any Arsenal fan right now, would you take Champions League football back? If any one of them says no, then you've slipped into the mid-table mentality. Most Arsenal fans would say yes. Arsene Wenger was giving you that. As soon as he leaves, you don't get it. Emery didn't get it. Arteta's not getting it. The only thing you're getting is Europa League Thursday night football. You played Chelsea in the final before. They fucking clapped you when you had a fully fit squad and they had half of theirs injured. Olivier Giroud won them that game pretty much. And your Lacazette and Aubameyang, where were they? Huh? Where were they? Nowhere to be fucking seen. And as you can tell, I'm doing this because I want to try and, give a little bit back. Because I don't really talk much about Arsenal on the channel. I don't. Because I always think, let them talk, man. But you know what? You talk smack, you get it back. Hey, that's a nice rhyme there, real quick. Hey, that's right. Hey. But let's look at a club that Arsenal were ahead of by about 10 to 12 points at the start of the season. Manchester United. Now, Craig, where are Manchester United? And let's be real, at the start of the season, around 10 games in, you were about, what, 12, 11 points behind Arsenal?
14 points behind.
Yeah. So you would obviously expect Arsenal, such a good club like them, to uphold that points ahead, would you not?
Yeah.
Manchester United
They're
are
currently fighting
fifth.
fourth.
They're joint fourth. Joint fourth. They were 13 to 15 points behind Arsenal no more than 4 to 5 months ago. This was before Mason Green was coming into his own, and I'm pretty sure Martial wasn't even hitting form at this point. Rashford and Pogba were carrying at this point. Manchester United, 17 wins, 11 draws, only 8 losses, so 2 less losses than Arsenal, 3 draws less than Arsenal, and would you Adam and Eve it, 4 more wins than Arsenal. And I can guarantee you now, I take Pogba out of that team. On paper, Arsenal's team is better. But for some weird reason, Arsenal just cannot put together any sort of run. Their last trophy was against Hull City and Chelsea. And would you believe it or not, they were both FA Cups. Now, Arsenal like to think themselves the kings of the FA Cup of Wembley. And I agree. Arsenal are very consistent at Wembley and winning the FA Cup. But if you were to compare the FA Cup to Europeans' royalty with the Champions League and, say, the Premier League title, yes, Arsenal have won that. But guys, that was over 10 years ago. Like, Arsenal have not changed at all. And they also talk about the invincible season. Now, I hold my hands up. The invincible season was something that can't be broken. You can't break an invincible season because you'll only match it. You can't beat it. Unless you beat it by the points. But then people are just going to say, oh, but we had more clean sheets, or we scored more goals. It'll never end. So trying to beat the Invincibles, you just can't do it. It must be respected. But it doesn't hold up today. The Invincible record doesn't hold up anymore. Like, when was the Invincible run, Craig? Do you remember when the Invincibles season was? I don't remember. Roughly.
Pretty sure before I was born.
No, it was around the mid 2000s, I know, but I don't know.
No, I
It was around
can't
the mid
remember.
2000s. I don't know the exact year, but I hate it when fans can't be humble. I'm a humble fan to any club, apart from Manchester United, because they're a bunch of twats. And of course, we hate them. I hate them more than anyone, probably. But I see fans like Burnley who came to Anfield and took a draw. And I slated my club, but I praised the mentality of Burnley because they showed up and tried to win the game. Arsenal, 2 mistakes by the defence, they capitalise. But for the rest of the game, for the next 60 odd minutes, not one attempt on or off target on our goal. Now let's put it in perspective here. Arsenal, a 10th. They are being led by Tottenham, their rivals, obviously, because North London is white. Don't believe that. Go back through the previous results and seasons. Arsenal have only finished above Tottenham a handful of times in the last few years. And if you want to go by history, then of course North London is red. But I don't go by the last fucking 10, 15 years. I go by now. If I was to ask Craig who is the best team in the league right now, what would he say? He would say nothing.
At the moment, Liverpool. At the moment.
He would say Liverpool, because Liverpool are the best team in the league right now. This is what I don't understand about Arsenal fans. They cling on to whatever they can. They literally, when they played Liverpool, they said, "Oh, Liverpool fans, you got to allow it, yeah, because this is all we got, the Invincibles." Like, yeah, but that doesn't give you the reason to just slate our club as if we're nothing. When you're just winning battles, but we are fucking landsliding the walls. That's the weird thing with Arsenal. They are a battle-winning team, but they can never win the war. Liverpool, they have dropped the mentality of trying to just win games. They've now got a mentality where they have to win games. Because any sort of point drop or any lack of concentration drop now is worthy of a defeat. When I see us draw or even lose, it kills me inside. When I see us win 1-0 when we've played shit, it kills me. Because that's the fucking level the club have set. What have Arsenal set? The only standards Arsenal have is if you can beat a big club on the day, then you're classed as a big club. Arsenal are not a big club anymore. They have not won any major trophies in over 10 years. Liverpool, they have won 4 major honours in less than 2 years. The Premier League, which we will kindly lift tomorrow, so if you want to join the stream for that, make sure you do so, because might be having a few drinks. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to feel like celebrating. The Champions League, back-to-back finals. Putting Tottenham's pants down was easy enough. Beating Chelsea in the Super Cup on penalties, but still, got to do what you got to do. And we beat, I think it was Flamengo, in the Club World Cup final. I can't remember the exact name because fuck it. But yeah, Arsenal, what are their dreams? Like, we dreamt. We started the season, Liverpool, we started the season looking at 7 trophies to win. And I said, if we can walk away with 2 of them, I'll be happy. But what have we done? We went and won 3 out of 4 of them. Like, that's more than I could have ever hoped for. And of course, the main one was the Premier League, which if that was 1 out of 7, I wouldn't have cared. But the fact that we've picked up 2 extra trophies on the way is just like, yeah, delicious. Oh, it's fantastic. It's facts, Arsenal. You're dreaming of an FA Cup when the team you want to emulate is winning major honours every 6 months. And we have not had a Premier League title for over 30 years. Over 2 decades longer than you. Yet we are, and Man United, the 2 most successful clubs in history. I'd probably say that. English football history, European in terms of English football, of course. But again, the point I want to get out here is Arsenal fans do have the right to boast their team when they play well. But when you see performances like that, that is shocking. When Liverpool play like that, we get a draw. Unless the team is willing to put 11 men behind the ball, which Arsenal did to a T. Actually, let's have a look at the current points. I mean, Arsenal have 1 game left. And I believe that is to Watford. What is Arsenal's record? Let's have a look at Arsenal's record. Their last 5 games, they've won, drawn, lost, won, lost. City, 4 wins, 1 loss. Liverpool, loss, draw, win. Man United, who are looking very good at the moment, win, draw, win. Now, on paper, United and Tottenham have been the 2 most consistent teams in the last 5 to 6 games. And that's good. It shows they are going the distance in these last few games. I was going to get low here because, better downhill. I mean, Craig, how would you sum up United's season? Let's hear from Mr. McCullough. How does Craig, address
I
the
can
season that United have had?
fair play. They've done well to turn it around from a 14-point gap difference to be fighting for top four.
Exactly.
FA Cup, yeah, we lost to Chelsea, but I don't really care. I'm happy. I'm happy to get Champions League more than anything.
Nah, man. We can't say we don't care, and if that was me, I'd be fucking livid. But on the day, man, like Chelsea were the better team, and there's just you
Yeah, they were the
rotate
better
a bit
team
too
on the
much.
day.
There's nothing like you got to respect that. You would have loved it if you got the FA Cup, man. It's a nice trophy to win, but it's not something you want to rely on, and that's what I like to see. You don't rely on an FA Cup to get yourself out of a shitty situation like some other clubs would.
Yes, like Arsenal.
Exactly. Like Arsenal, they're not even going to get European football, man. And a lot of them are saying that's a good thing, but how? Players like Aubameyang and Lacazette, I've always
League.
said those two
Champions.
strikers are way better than Arsenal. I'd argue the only teams Aubameyang and Lacazette could go to that are in their fucking level at the moment are Liverpool and City. Arguably Chelsea and maybe Leicester. Because they're the teams at the moment, I say, Man United maybe, as if they keep like Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes, because they are starting to take a bit of shape. But the fact that Arsenal have got Alexander Lacazette and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Nicolas Pepe is a fucking insult to football. Yeah? When you've got fucking Guendouzi and Granit Xhaka behind you, and then you've got David Luiz, Rob Holding, and fucking Mustafi. Bruh, do not insult these players. And the only way you're keeping them in this fucking club, they don't love the club. They love the paycheck. So I can tell you now, if Man City came in with, say, a 60, 70 million pound offer and a stupidly good weekly contract, Aubameyang wouldn't fucking hesitate to leave the club. He wouldn't. If Klopp wanted Aubameyang and Lacazette now, he'd get them. If United wanted them, they would go get them. Because at the end of the day, the club just cannot turn down the money. And they never have. Even when they've sworn never to sell their best players to other clubs, they've done it because they've offered them that much money. Like, money talks. And that's what I do stress to Liverpool. Money talks. And that's what I want to see my club do. Go out and spend a bit more money. But as we look to tomorrow's games, one of them is Manchester United, and they will play West Ham, I believe?
Yeah.
Yes. Which will be, I believe, West Ham's final chance. They get a draw out of this game, they are guaranteed safety. With Villa now getting out, yeah, guys, I'm pretty much done with Arsenal. I just wanted to get the point across that Arsenal like to talk big, but when it comes to the big stages, they will not perform. And as for the FA Cup final, they will not beat Chelsea. You hear it here first. Arsenal will not beat Chelsea. Because the way Chelsea play against City and Man United, the way they pressed, the way they just hunted them down, Arsenal players will literally not know what the fuck to do. Yeah? If you've got fucking Barkley and fucking Mason Mount pickpocketing Paul Pogba, what the fuck are they going to do to fucking Granit Xhaka and Guendouzi and fucking Dani Ceballos? Wake up, Arsenal. This FA Cup defeat will wake you up. Yeah? Stop living in the mid-2000s. We're in the 2020. Yeah? Your era is long gone. You are a mid-table club. You've won no major trophies in the last 10 years. You've got nothing to brag about anymore. You have no bragging rights. The only thing you have is an invincible season that doesn't even count for anything. In this day and age, it doesn't count anymore. It's not relevant. If you want to argue that, then cool. Go back to the mid-2000s with all the other fucking idiots. Because you know what? I've learned now not to live in the past of my club. So, always going to say, oh, we won it 5 times, when we were absolutely shocking. It just never worked. Because there's no bragging on that. But now when I say 6 times, it has more meaning. It carries more because we are European royalty. When I say we're now 1 title behind Manchester United because we've won the Premier League, No one says a fucking word now. The only thing they say now is, and I predicted it, how many titles have you won? 19. When they say, oh, you've won one Premier League, no. We've won 19 league titles. Not one, 19. United, 20. But yeah, guys, I gotta get that rant over. Anyway, let's get into the games tomorrow. United, West Ham. Now, big games for both teams. West Ham, they need something. They get a draw out of this, it secures their safety. But United need all 3 points because this is your game in hand, mate, isn't it?
Well, Leicester lost, so yeah, we need a win to get into fourth or even a third.
Yeah, United win this
Moment,
game, and then your last game is Leicester. I think you'll be guaranteed top 4.
pretty much. Well, as far as I know, if we could beat West Ham, we could happily play for a draw against Leicester to
I
knock
mean,
Chelsea
like,
out of the.
it's what is the goal
Right.
difference with Man United and Leicester? Like, Leicester have conceded more, like 4 more goals, but they've scored 4 more goals. So no, conceded 4, but scored 4 more.
Yeah.
So you on the same goal difference? I think you are.
I don't know.
Try and find it for me, but the goal difference. The way Flash scores says I can't make heads or tail of it.
Yeah, we're currently 4 goals behind.
You're four
Four
goals
goals
behind,
will
yeah.
be, and we'll be drawn with them.
So you're 4 goals behind on goal difference.
Yeah.
Okay, that does actually set up well for tomorrow's West Ham game because Ollie did rest players, so I could be looking at that. You could be looking at a 4-5-0 win against West Ham if you put your heads down and go for it.
Yes.
And if you can make that happen, man, like for Ollie to come in, yeah, and I gave Ollie a lot of stick, man, but to keep all these players and then bring in a couple of extra reinforcements, bringing in Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire, bringing in a couple of these players as well, and then bringing in Bruno Fernandes, it's big progress for Manchester United, and it has got them back to a winning mentality.
Yeah.
But yeah,
A
win
lot.
tomorrow for United would put massive pressure on Leicester for the final game, and it'll make for a very, very good finish to the league, and which I can't wait
Yes,
for.
if we win West Ham, that puts pressure on Leicester, and also Chelsea tomorrow against you.
However, if the unthinkable happens and West Ham beat you, then it does all go to the final day, and then you will
Yes.
have to beat Leicester.
Pretty much.
But of course, you don't want it to get to that point, do you?
No, not
No.
really. Not really.
So, where can Arsenal finish? Where is the highest Arsenal can finish? Believe it or not, whoever's
Ninth.
watching,
The ninth?
the highest Arsenal can finish is 8th.
Eighth.
Arsenal Football Club will finish below 8th place at the end of the season.
That's I'm pretty
Can
sure.
you call
I'm
yourselves
pretty sure
8th?
we're about a club here. They used to finish. They used to get fourth just and like scrap that
Arsenal,
Europa League.
Wolves, Leicester, Sheffield, and fucking Sean Dyche's Burnley are going to finish above you. You literally, Burnley, they've got fucking like I can't even think of their name. Like their strikers. Is it? I fucking find their strikers now actually.
Well, they got
Just to
Nick
prove a
Pope
point.
in goal.
Just to prove. Nah, I want to like fuck off with fucking Nick Pope. Right. Burnley strikers. Yeah. Ashley Barnes. Jay Rodriguez. Max Thompson. Vidra. Chris Wood. Okay. Okay. No massive names in there. Now let's go to, of course, a massive club like Arsenal. Like what are they looking at in terms of talent up front? Let's have a little look, shall we? Right, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Alexander Lacazette, Martinelli, Reece Nelson, Eddie Nketiah, 75 million Nicolas Pepe, Saka, young lad. Joe Willock, he's not a forward, he's a midfielder. Nicolas Pepe, 75 million. Lacazette, 50. Aubameyang, about 60. Every single one of those Burnley forwards would cost no more than £5 million in today's market. Burnley are going to finish above you, Arsenal. Like, I can tell you right now, yeah, Burnley's defence, yeah, it's probably one of the best defences in the league on paper. Ben Mee, Tawoski, Chilwell, no, fucking, Cresswell. No, I can't fucking remember.
Honours is a defence that can cause teams a bit of trouble
Like,
on their day.
fucking Charlie Taylor's injured, Ben Mee is injured, Loughton is injured, and I fucking like Loughton. Like, I just don't get it. Yeah, Sean Dycheman is finishing above Arsenal. And yes, Arsenal, you have beaten some of the big clubs, like Man City and Liverpool. But if you brought that to the table now and said, "Oh, Arsenal, what did you do in this year's Premier League?" Oh, we got to an FA Cup final, won a couple of games. We lost quite a lot, and we drew more than any other season. But we did beat Liverpool. Oh, good. Oh, I'm guessing Liverpool were fighting for the title then. Well, no, they won it about a week before. It's like, oh well, surely you gave them a real good fight. Well, we pounced on 2 defensive errors. It's like, yeah, but you had plenty more shots. You put them really under the cosh, right? Well, we kind of just built a wall around the box and hid in there. So yeah, but Liverpool surely we're not up to it. Oh, they actually played really well. They put over 30 shots on us. It's like, oh fuck me, rough day at the office. Yeah. But you beat Liverpool. Yes. Oh yes, we did beat. But they weren't playing for the league then. No. So if they had been playing for the league, how do you feel it would have went? Any Arsenal fan, they'd have probably fucked us. Yeah. I'm so salty about that Arsenal loss. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty salty about it. But fuck it. Next week on the league tomorrow, and it's like I don't give a fuck. Now, I think it's time to check in for Arsenal Fan TV. See if, they're ready for an entertainment, because I am waiting to be entertained by these fucking frauds, Let's have a look. Ah, yes. And the title is Arteta Needs Help. Okay. Let's have a listen, shall we? Okay, first off, they jump straight on to, oh, we will beat Liverpool and City, so, can we give them a pass? No. Look at the mentality of each club. Arsenal are literally putting wins against Liverpool and City ahead of losses. When Liverpool won the league title, I told them, you lose to City, I'll be fucking pissed. And I was. Again, small club mentality. What are you going to do? I don't see Burnley fans or even fucking Chelsea fans hold up a Liverpool win more than Arsenal do. It's fucking ridiculous.
Okay, I'm heading off. I guess I'm off. Yes.